Alright, so picture this. I'm chilling alone in my apartment during a thunderstorm. Lightning flickers, and the rain's drumming on my window. All cozy until things went sideways. The lights started flickering, and that's when I felt this icy breeze. No windows open, mind you. Then, the TV turns on by itself, static buzzing like it's possessed. I'm no ghost hunter, but this ain't normal. Suddenly, shadows dance across the walls. Not from the lightning, it's like shapes forming, figures I can't quite see. I'm freaking out, thinking, is this for real or did I accidentally step into a horror movie? Then, the whispers start, soft, like secrets in the wind. I'm the only one home, but it feels like there's a full-on ghost conference happening in my living room. And these aren't Casper-style friendly ghosts, they're like, hey, we're here, deal with it. In a bold move, I shout, cut it out. Everything stops. Silence. I'm thinking I've scared them off, right? No, out of nowhere, a picture frame crashes to the floor, and I can feel eyes on me. I hightail it out of there, not looking back. As I leave, the whispers follow me down the hall. Outside, the storm's raging, but those paranormal encounters were the real tempest. My cozy night turned into a ghostly encounter I never signed up for. I am in the middle of nowhere, alone in my house during a thunderstorm. Rain's lashing against the windows, and the thunder's roaring like some distant beast. Nothing unusual, until things take an eerie turn, lights flicker, and the air gets colder, sending a shiver down my spine. I brush it off as a power glitch, but the unease lingers. As I move through the house, an unsettling feeling settles in, a quiet disturbance that can't be explained by the rain. Then, I notice something off. The atmosphere in this remote house shifts, becoming charged with an inexplicable energy. It's like the very air is alive with something unseen. Something that doesn't belong. In an attempt to distract myself, I crank up the music, but it's as if the house itself is reacting. Not with rattling objects or sudden movements, but with an undeniable presence. I'm questioning my solitude in this desolate place. Feeling a growing sense of discomfort, I decide it's time to escape the eerie atmosphere. Stepping out into the storm, I'm met with the chaos of nature, hoping it can drown out the peculiar disturbance that lingered within the walls. As I glance back at my house, standing alone against the relentless storm, I can't shake the feeling that I've brushed against something beyond understanding. Was it the isolation playing tricks, or did the very essence of this remote place hold secrets yet to be unveiled? The answers elude me, leaving me with a lingering mystery spawned from the solitude of that thunderstorm in the middle of nowhere. It was meant to be a quiet night in my cozy apartment, nestled away from the world, with the promise of a thunderstorm to accompany my movie marathon. The initial soft patter of rain on the windows and distant thunder seemed like the perfect backdrop for a night of cinematic bliss. As the storm gathered strength, I wrapped myself in a snug blanket, settling into my favorite spot on the couch. The ambience of the rain provided a soothing touch to my evening, and the occasional flicker of lightning. Little did I know, the storm had other plans. As the night progressed, the rain outside intensified, becoming a relentless downpour that echoed through my apartment. What was initially a calming presence began to take on an ominous tone. The once distant thunder now rumbled ominously, as if it was tapping into an unsettling closeness. Attempting to shake off the building unease, I immersed myself in a gripping thriller. However, the storm outside seemed to have its own script, orchestrating thunderous crashes that synchronized eerily with the on-screen suspense. The cozy ambience transformed into an unsettling atmosphere, and I found myself stealing nervous glances around the room. Amid the electrifying scenes of my movie, a knock echoed through the apartment. My heartbeat quickened as I approached the door cautiously, peering through the peephole. To my surprise, there was no one standing in the dimly lit hallway. The storm outside seemed to intensify its howling wind, accentuating the silence inside. Resuming my movie, another knock disrupted the eerie quiet. This time, the sound was louder, more insistent. Trepidation hung in the air as I cautiously opened the door, half expecting a presence to greet me. But once again, the hallway stood empty, with only the relentless rain as a companion. Returning to my movie, the power abruptly went out, plunging me into complete darkness. Panic gripped me as I fumbled for my phone to use its feeble flashlight. In the pale glow, I caught a fleeting glimpse of a silhouette, a presence that vanished as quickly as it appeared. Tension filled the room as I searched for the source of the disturbance. Nothing seemed out of place, yet an unsettling feeling lingered. As I sat in the darkened room, the storm outside continued its relentless assault. mirroring the chaos within. The rain against the windows took on an unnatural quality, morphing into a haunting chorus of whispers. The hushed voices seemed to echo from the raindrops themselves, creating an atmosphere thick with dread. Doubt crept in as I questioned the reality of the situation. Deciding to brave the storm, I reached for the door, only to find it inexplicably stuck. Panic surged as I tugged at the handle, feeling an unseen force resisting my every effort. The whispers outside grew louder, mocking my attempts to escape. Desperation set in, and I pounded on the door, pleading for release from the inexplicable force that held me captive. The storm outside mirrored my turmoil, thunder crashing in tandem with my frantic knocks. It felt like the very walls of my apartment were closing in. As I stood there, trapped in the suffocating darkness, a ghastly figure materialized before me. Its features were indistinct, like a distorted reflection in a funhouse mirror. Frozen in terror, I watched as it reached out, its icy fingers grazing my skin. In that moment, the storm reached its crescendo. Lightning illuminated the grotesque visage before me, and I screamed as the figure vanished, leaving me alone in the darkness. The power surged back, the lights flickering hesitantly. I was alone again, the whispers and the figure gone. My apartment, once a haven, now felt like a haunting chamber with memories of a storm gone wrong. Exhausted and shaken, I collapsed onto the couch, haunted by the residual fear that lingered in the air. The storm outside had taken on a malevolent life of its own, leaving me with an indelible mark of horror. As the rain continued to fall, I couldn't shake the feeling that the uninvited storm had left something behind, something that would forever taint the tranquility of my once beloved apartment.